Hello, and welcome to DBC Reads. Today, I'm going to tell you about a book series that I started about a year ago and only just recently finished. The books are extremely thick. I really enjoyed the first one, but then I was like, oh, it's a series. I have to read them all. This changed my mind on reading all the books in a series quickly because it was kind of a drudgery. I will be honest, this is a book that I listened to on Audible. Each book was 35 to 40 hours of listening. Aragon by Christopher Paolini was fantastic. And I was even more excited by the fact that it was written by a teenage boy. I mean, he was, I think, 17 or 18 when he wrote the books. And I just thought, wow, all of this came from the mind of a young person. And as an educator, that's exciting because we, want our kids to do what they love and enjoy, and we want them to enjoy reading and writing. But most kids, that is not their enjoyment, and part of that has to do with the educational system. Not even going to get on that soapbox because I can't fix it by myself, and that's not the intent of these videos. So I was really excited by Aragon, and I thought, oh, I've got to listen to the next one. So I did. And I don't know if he felt like he had to make all of his books equally as thick as Aragon, and that's what the problem was. But there was a lot of extra detail in there, a lot of superfluous information, a lot of fluff that was not good reading, was not enjoyable listening. There were things that just kind of seemed to drone on and on. And you know what I'm talking about. You've read books like this, I'm sure, where it's like if I can just get past this part, whatever, I'm determined I'm going to finish this book. But then I made the mistake of listening to the third one. And I don't know, this was like a year of my life that I just gave up listening to this book every spare chance I had. And I can't remember if I think there's 4 books in the series. But in the middle of reading the series, big news! He's come out with another book, Murtaugh, which is his half-brother, who is the son of the king, and da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And they had some rivalry there. And honestly, I decided I couldn't. I just can't. It may be the best book ever. I mean, he's my age now, and Christopher Paolini is, and so maybe, he's matured and realized it doesn't have to be all the extra garbage. I don't know. I won't ever probably find out because I can't bring myself to do that to myself anymore. I read for enjoyment, and this was more like work. That's what it felt like. You've got Aragon, who gets this egg randomly while he's in the forest, just kind of appears, and turns out it's a dinosaur egg. A dragon egg. He and this dragon become very close. They're like, they have a very strong bond, and they go off and fight the king to try to overthrow him, and because he's basically got his thumb on all of the people, pressing them down. He's very oppressive as a ruler. He thinks he knows best, but he knows what's best for him and how he feels best. So that's the whole premise of the story. There's lots of fighting. There's lots of magic and mystery and wonder involved in the book series. But honestly, a lot of it was overshadowed by all the junk that doesn't need to be in there. A lot of details that just kind of, you just tune out. And I would find myself listening and then tuning out. And then I'd come back and something interesting's happened, and I'd have to rewind because I'm like, I have no idea how we got here. How did we get to this fight? How did we get to this sword fight? How did we get to this, these cats, these magical cats that, like, where did this come from? These creatures that can change into other beings. And it was good and bad. I think that if you're looking for a book, especially for a male reader, this has not got the love and the fluff and the in the way that it's, the romance. It's nothing like that. So if you're looking for, like, especially me as a librarian, I want to find books that boys will check out and like, because there's a lot of, it's easy to write books for a lot of the girls. I mean, not all girls, but a lot of girls go for the lovey-dovey romance stuff. Sweet, cute. Boys, they want rough and tumble. This has some rough and tumble, but it's very long. And it's full of a lot of just extra, doesn't need to be there. So overall, Aragon was my favorite. You can stop at Aragon. If you want to read the rest of the series, go right ahead. I know I'm probably, not gonna agree with everyone, but I did not enjoy the rest of the series as well. We could have cut it in half, the last 3 books, and cut out a bunch of the extra garbage and kept having excitement and adventure and wonder and mystery and magic, and gotten to the same spot with, I mean, if you think about 30 to 40 hours per book for 4 books, I mean, we could have probably made it to the end in half the time, and would have been a much more enjoyable series for me. So I'd love to entertain your comments on it. If you're, interested in it, I hope that you enjoy reading it. Again, I loved Aragon. Aragon was a great book. The rest of them, I could do without the next time. So anyway, happy reading.